It's sitting right next to you as you read this, isn't it? Your phone. You probably checked it within the last 5 minutes, maybe even while reading that sentence. You reach for it without thinking. You feel phantom vibrations when it's not even buzzing. You panic when the battery dies or you leave it at home. You tell yourself you'll use it less, but somehow you're still scrolling at 2 a.m. I'm Bear, and today I'm going to explain why your phone has hijacked your brain and how tech companies designed the perfect addiction machine, the dopamine slot machine. Your phone operates exactly like a casino slot machine, and that's not an accident. Tech companies hired neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists to make their products as addictive as possible. Every notification, like a new piece of content, triggers a small release of dopamine in your brain's reward center. But here's the key. You don't get dopamine from getting the reward, you get it from anticipating the reward. That's why checking your phone feels so compelling. Your brain doesn't know if this time will bring something exciting or boring, so it releases dopamine in anticipation. It's called variable ratio reinforcement, and it's the most powerful form of behavioral conditioning known to psychology. The attention economy. Your attention has become a commodity that tech companies harvest and sell to advertisers. Every app is designed to capture and hold your attention for as long as possible because attention equals money. The business model isn't selling you a product, it's selling you to advertisers. This creates a fundamental conflict of interest. What's good for your mental health and productivity is bad for their profits. A calm, focused, satisfied user who checks their phone twice a day isn't valuable to advertisers. An anxious, distracted, constantly scrolling user is worth millions. They need you addicted to make money. The fear of missing out engine. Social media platforms exploit your fundamental need for social connection and status. They've weaponized FOMO, fear of missing out. Every story, post, and update creates anxiety that something important is happening without you. The infinite scroll design ensures there's always more content, so you never reach a natural stopping point. Your brain evolved in small tribes where missing social information could mean missing opportunities or threats. Modern technology hijacks this ancient survival mechanism, making you feel like checking your phone is as urgent as watching for predators or finding food. The notification manipulation. App developers have perfected the art of interruption. Notifications aren't random. They're strategically timed to maximize engagement. Platforms analyze your behavior patterns to determine exactly when you're most likely to respond. They might delay showing you likes until you haven't checked the app in a while, then flood you with them to draw you back in. The red notification badges create what psychologists call the Zeigarnik effect, an anxiety-producing sense that something is unfinished. Your brain can't relax until you've cleared those notifications, even though most of them are completely meaningless. The phantom vibration syndrome. Over 80% of smartphone users report feeling phantom vibrations, thinking their phone buzzed when it didn't. This happens because your brain becomes hypervigilant to phone signals. You've trained your nervous system to be constantly alert for digital stimulation, creating a state of chronic stress that follows you everywhere. This hypervigilance fragments your attention even when you're not using your phone. You're never fully present in conversations, work, or relaxation because part of your brain is always monitoring for the next digital hit. It's like having a smoke alarm that goes off randomly all day. The addiction cycle. Phone addiction follows the same pattern as substance addiction: tolerance, withdrawal, and compulsion. You need increasing amounts of stimulation to feel satisfied. When you can't check your phone, you feel anxious, restless, or irritable. You continue using despite negative consequences like poor sleep, decreased productivity, or damaged relationships. The average person checks their phone 96 times per day, once every 10 minutes during waking hours. Heavy users can check it over 300 times daily. This isn't conscious choice. It's compulsive behavior driven by neurochemical conditioning. You're not weak. you're responding exactly as designed. The sleep destruction. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin production, making it harder to fall asleep. But the bigger problem is the psychological stimulation. Scrolling through content activates your brain when it should be winding down. You end up tired but wired, lying in bed with racing thoughts about things that don't actually matter. Many people use their phones as digital pacifiers, reaching for them whenever they feel bored, anxious, or uncomfortable. This prevents you from developing natural coping skills and emotional regulation abilities. The social isolation paradox. Despite being more connected than ever, rates of loneliness and depression have skyrocketed alongside smartphone adoption. Digital connection often replaces real connection. You might have hundreds of online interactions, but struggle with face-to-face intimacy. Breaking free from digital addiction. Recovery starts with awareness. Track your usage with built-in screen time tools. Most people are shocked to discover they spend 4 to 7 hours daily on their phones. Set specific times for checking messages rather than responding instantly to every notification. Create phone-free zones and times. Keep devices out of the bedroom. Turn off non-essential notifications. Use grayscale mode to make your screen less visually appealing. These small changes reduce the unconscious pull to check your phone throughout the day. Reclaiming your attention. Practice single tasking. When you eat, just eat. When you talk to someone, just listen. When you work, just work. Your brain needs to relearn how to focus deeply without constant digital stimulation interrupting your thoughts every few minutes. Bear's final word. Your phone addiction isn't a personal failing. It's the result of sophisticated psychological manipulation by some of the smartest people on the planet. They've designed the perfect behavioral modification machine and pointed it directly at your brain. But awareness is the first step to freedom. Once you understand how the addiction works, you can start to break it. You don't have to live as a slave to your notifications. You can reclaim your attention, your relationships, and your peace of mind. Your real life is happening right now, not on that screen.